What advice do you have for marketing properties to get them leased? So how do you do it, Jerry?
Just the usual. We have a basket of agents that we send leads to because we get a lot of online leads. So most of our leads that we fill basically online leads, and we send those leads to specific agents that we know that are going to help lease our properties. But beyond that, the sign in the front yard, everything gets syndicated through HAR, through all the different websites and stuff. I know Zillow's been being a little bit more difficult. They keep on threatening that they're not going to syndicate my listings anymore. I don't know if they're syndicated or not, but we haven't had a hard time. Have not had a hard time leasing any of our properties.
Yeah, we haven't either. And even if, sorry, you were going to say.
No, I was going to say, so if you're in Houston, like Zillow's whole threat is almost like a nothing burger because of HAR. Like other markets don't have that luxury of such a strong MLS system. But I was going to coattail on that in the sense that I know some landlords are like cheap and they just want to put a sign in the yard, and that can work for some neighborhoods. The quality of tenant may reflect that, but hey, if I'm paying commission, that means I got a tenant in the house paying rent.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of landlords, they don't necessarily want to go the leasing route with an agent. And I've seen, there's Facebook groups if you want to market yourself, and there's Facebook groups like a for sale by owner in Houston. And I've seen people put their properties there for rent as well, but we highly recommend using a professional that would do it a lot faster.
Like Jerry.
Expedite it. Yes, like Jerry.
Yeah, when I first got it, I learned, I was told to put things in the green sheet, and I found out how difficult that was to find a quality tenant. Hey, there's still green sheet out there, and I'm sure you'll get a million calls, but the goal is to not get a million calls. The goal is to get the best one tenant that you can get.
Exactly.
Too much effort.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with COVID. Quality matters.
Yes, quality does matter. So I would highly recommend going with, professional.
What's interesting is that I didn't, it's been a while, but I didn't realize that, as you were pointing out, Chris, was that our MLS here, the consumer side, is amazing. You go to California, or I keep mentioning California, but it's an example that I always have, but they don't have an MLS. Like Zillow is the source. They don't have an HAR. Like Zillow is the source where people look for rental properties and to buy houses. So Zillow is the main source. So I didn't realize that until more recently that, people from out of state, they're like, what's HAR.com? Everyone still uses Zillow. So you may miss out some possible out of town tenants that really just aren't aware of the consumer side of it, our MLS and stuff, and they really just look into Zillow.
Yeah, that's something I wasn't aware too, but that's just a luxury that we live in. But when you see other markets that even agents that may begrudgingly use Zillow, or they do a lot of marketing on Zillow, and I'm just like, because as agents, we get a marketing report on the leads that are coming in, and it's like 10x Zillow here, but in some of the markets it may be different. But through HAR, you're still syndicating to Trulia and Hot Pads and like 100 different channels. So, but HAR is where the money's at.